Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play Corduroy by BoyWithUke. So this song was suggested by this person, and if you guys have any more song suggestions, be sure to drop them in the comments below. But yeah, let's jump into it. Okay, so first of all, we're going to be jumping into the chords. Now for this song, we are going to be using a capo, and that's going to be going on our 9th fret. So now starting with our first chord, we have our A major. We're going to be placing our index finger on the 1st fret on the B string there. Next, our middle finger is going on the 2nd fret D string there. And lastly, our ring finger is going on the 3rd fret A string, just like that. And playing these bottom few strings, so we're not playing our top E string, that's our A major. Moving on to our next chord, we have our G flat minor. So we're going to be keeping our index and our middle finger in the same spot, and we're just going to be lifting off that ring finger and instead placing it on the 2nd fret on the G string, so just below that middle finger there. And now we're going to be strumming the bottom 5 strings, so again we're not playing that top E string, and that's our G flat minor. Moving on to our next chord, we have our B minor 7. So for this one, we're going to be barring these bottom 2 strings. So that's our B and E strings with our index finger like that on the 1st fret. And then lastly, we're going to be placing our middle finger on the 2nd fret G string there. And now for this one, we're only going to be playing our bottom 4 strings like this. And for our final chord, we have our D flat minor 7. So we're going to be placing our middle finger on the 2nd fret A string there. And lastly, our ring finger is going to be going on the 3rd fret E string. And now playing all those strings, that gives us our D flat minor 7. And that's it for the chords. So running through those one more time, we have our A major, G flat minor, B minor 7, and D flat minor 7. And that's it for the chords. Okay, so now that we've got the chords down, we can start learning the plucking pattern we're going to play for the song. So these chords are going to be in the same order I taught them. So we're going to be starting on that A major. And for our A major, we're going to be starting off with a single pluck of the A string, like that. Then we're going to be playing our G and B strings together, like that. So we're going, so A, G, B. And then after that, we're playing our A again, our A string, and then our B string. So we're going all together, just like that. So now, for our A major, that plucking pattern is going to repeat 4 times through. So for example, we're going, just like that. And now moving on to our G flat minor, we're going to be doing the exact same thing. So that's our A string, followed by our G and B strings, and then followed by our A and G again. So we're going, like that. And then we're going to be moving to our B minor 7, and once again doing the same thing. But now, instead of plucking that A string, we're going to be plucking the D string instead. And then we're going to be plucking these bottom 2 strings as well. So rather than our G and B, we're using our B and E strings. So we're going like that 4 times through. So like that. And now lastly, for our D flat minor 7, we're going to be plucking our E string, top E string this time, like that, followed by our G and B strings, and then once again followed by our E string, and then G string. So we're going like that. So I repeated that 3 times. And now for this last time, we're just gonna be plucking that E string followed by our GB strings, like that. And then after that final pluck like that, we're gonna be lifting off our middle finger off of the 2nd fret A string and just plucking that open like that. And then placing our middle finger back onto that 2nd fret A string. So after that final pluck with our middle finger on that 2nd fret A string, it's going to lead us right back into the beginning of the chord progression. So I'm going to be going back to our A major, and this is what it's going to sound like all together. So we're going. And then back into it. So now, once you get used to that, you can go a little bit quicker. So this is what we have overall. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to Corduroy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hopefully you found it a little bit helpful. And if you did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. And once again, if you guys have any more song suggestions, be sure to drop them in the comments below. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.